Okay, not much information has been given here. We have to assume that all the lines are straight. The question really should specify that all lines are straight. We have 117 degrees, 133 degrees, alpha, which we're required to find the value of, and 37. We're going to start in triangle FGH. And the reason we're going to start there is because we have an exterior angle of the triangle. That's why I said it's important that all these lines are straight. If these lines are not straight and it's not specified, then you really shouldn't have to assume that they are straight. It should be explicitly stated they are straight. Only if it's straight do we have an exterior angle of the triangle. This angle of 133 equals, if we call this angle H1, then H1 plus 37 equals 133 degrees. So this will be 96 degrees is H1. So H1 plus 37 degrees equals 133, and that's because of the exterior angle of a triangle equals the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So H1 is 133 minus 37, which is 96 degrees. Now we have, if we call this angle H2, H2 is also going to be 96 degrees because it's vertically opposite to H1. So H1 equals H2, vertically opposite angles are equal. Therefore, H2 equals 96 degrees. We can now then apply the exterior angle of a triangle again. Only this time we're using this triangle, AHK. And 117 degrees is the exterior angle of triangle AKH. So 117 degrees equals alpha plus H2, which is 96 degrees. And therefore alpha is 117 minus 96. So alpha is 21 degrees. In the diagram, O is the center of the circle with radius 5 centimeters. Quadrilateral ORYT is given with diagonals RT and OY. In quadrilateral ORYT, OY is the perpendicular bisector of RT. RT is 8 centimeters, OY is 12 centimeters. We're required to calculate the circumference of the circle with center O. Okay, we are told that OY is the perpendicular bisector of RT. That means that OY is 90 degrees, cuts RT at 90 degrees, it's perpendicular to it, and it cuts it in half. That means, and this is the property of a kite. In fact, it's a kite, not just a quadrilateral. So KT equals RK or KR. So mark that on the diagram. As soon as you have been given information, mark it on the diagram. It will make it a lot easier to answer geometry problems. RT is 8 centimeters, so RK will be 4, as will KT be 4 centimeters. OY is 12. Okay, we'll just leave that alone for now. And we're told that the radius is 5 centimeters, so OR is 5 centimeters, and so is OT. They are radii of the circle. We'll just mark those equal as well. We're required to find the circumference of the circle, center O. Now, the circumference of circle is given by 2 pi r. Pi, we'll just leave it for now. The radius is 5. So the circumference is 10 pi, which is approximately 31.4. If we use pi is approximately 3.14. Okay, now we're required to find the length of ky with reasons. So we want the length of ky, which is part of line segment OY. OK plus ky will give us the length of OY, and OY we know is 12 centimeters. So we can determine the length of ky if we first find out the length of OK, which we can do because we have a right angle triangle here, ORK, so we can use Pythagoras' theorem. So using Pythagoras' theorem, we have OR squared equals OK squared plus KR squared. OR is 5, that's the radius of the circle, so 5 squared equals OK is what we want, so OK squared plus KR, which we know is 4, so it's going to be 4 squared. Then OK squared equals 25 minus 16, which is 9. So therefore OK is the square root of 9, which is 3. So OK is 3 units, and we know that the entire length of OY is 12. In other words, OK plus KY equals OY. OK is 3. KY is what we want, and OY is 12. Therefore, KY equals 9 centimeters. In the diagram, we're given triangle ABC. AB is extended to D. Extended means that AB being a straight line forms a straight line ABD. That's what extended means. So we know that ABD is a straight line. Likewise, CB is extended to G. CB is extended to G, so CBG is also a straight line. GF cuts AD at E. BAC is 54 degrees, ABC 63 degrees, DEG is X, and angle BGE is Y. We're required to find, with reasons, the values of X and Y. Okay, we've got parallel lines, so I think the first thing you should always do is use a highlighter and mark these parallel lines. It's important because the geometry will reveal itself far easier if you make markings on the diagram. Now we know that AC is parallel to GF because it's been marked. That means that Y equals angle C1. So we're going to mark Y where we see angle C1. In triangle ABC, we've got angle Y, and we've got two known angles, 54 and 63. So we can formulate a statement, angles, the sum of the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So Y plus 54 degrees plus 63 degrees equals 180 degrees. Angles in the triangle, Y therefore equals 180 minus 54 minus 63. So Y equals 63 degrees. So we've got Y, we just need to find X. X is over here. We've just calculated Y, so we're going to mark 63 degrees where we see Y, the diagram. The angle B1 equals 63 degrees because it's vertically opposite. So this angle here is 63 degrees. And angle X, if we look at this triangle EBG, we can see that X is an exterior angle of that triangle. And X equals 63 degrees, which was called Y, plus angle B1, which we've just determined is also 63 degrees. And the reason for the statement is the exterior angle of a triangle equals the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So X is therefore 63 plus 63, 126 degrees. In the diagram, we're given triangle ABC and triangle DKW. We are required to prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DKW. Now, when you prove congruency, there are 4 cases. The first case is side, side, side. The second case is side, angle, side. The third case is angle, angle, side. And the fourth case is RHS, right angle, hypotenuse, side. We can eliminate the fourth case, RHS, because there's no right angle in any of these triangles. We are given 3 sides here in triangle ABC, but we're only given 2 sides in triangle DKW. So we can eliminate side, side, side as a possible case because we know nothing about side DK. If we were given all 3 sides of both triangles, we could use side, side, side. Angle side is not an option because we've only got one angle given here in these diagrams. Angle side implies that you need two angles. So we can eliminate three of the cases and we're left with having to prove that the triangles are congruent side angle side. Now with side angle side, you must always have the included angle. The included angle is the angle between the two given sides. So if we just highlight these two given sides, there is 4.2 and here is a side 4.2. Here is a side of length 5.2 and there's a length of side 5.2. So if we just take triangle DKW, just lift it and just rotate it a bit such that DW lies on BC and KW lies on AC, then angle W lies on angle C. And you can clearly see that the angle 25 degrees lies between the two given sides of 4.2 and 5.2. So we are definitely proving side angle side. So we're going to start the proof by saying in triangle ABC and triangle DKW. Now you list the three cases, the three conditions. We state a triangle ABC first, so you always state information from triangle ABC on the left hand side. So BC equals DW, and the reason is both equal 5.2 centimeters. Then we can say AC equals KW, and the reason is both equal 4.2 centimeters. And then finally angle C equals angle W, and the reason is both equal 25 degrees. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle. Now ABC, KDW. So the order should be, because KW is going to lie on AC, so which means that angle K is going to lie on A. W lies on C and D is going to lie on B. So it's KDW. And the reason is side angle side. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle KDW. Okay, we're now required to find with reasons the length of DK. So we'll just call this X. Now we've just proven that these triangles are congruent. So if they're congruent, that means that the second triangle, KDW, will lie on triangle ABC. So angle W is going to lie on angle C. Angle D is going to lie on angle B, and angle K is going to lie on angle A. That means that DK is going to lie, and obviously KW lies on AC and DW lies on BC. That means that DK has to lie on AB. So because they're congruent means that if two shapes are congruent, the lengths of their sides are all equal and the sizes of the interior angles are all equal. So angle A is going to equal angle D. Angle B is going to equal angle K. We already know that angle C equals angle W. So DK equals AB, and since AB is 6.3, DK equals 6.3 centimeters, and the reason is triangle ABC is congruent to triangle KDW.